Hello, Mark Allen for BHSpringSolutions LLC. You were just looking at a spring optimizing spring system product for your FM90 or FM95 detective compact high power. We have three different levels of spring systems. We have our basic complete spring system, we have our shooters optimizing spring system, and our ultimate optimizing spring system. I'm going to explain the differences of these spring systems to you briefly, and this is going to help you decide which spring system will give you the benefits that you're most looking for your FM detective. First of all, I'm going to explain to you the springs that are common across all three spring kit levels, and then I'm going to explain to you what is added to the shooters version and to the ultimate version. All three spring kits include the FM detective recoil spring inside of a recoil spring design. That's going to be included in all three kits. All three kits also include your extractor spring, magazine latch spring, and safety lever springs, and these are all optimized springs from BHSpringSolutions. You'll also have the OEM 32-pound mainspring, and you'll also have the optimal firing pin spring based on your model, whether it has a drop safety or sear lever spring or not. And all three levels include our optimizing trigger return spring trigger assembly spring kit. And this spring kit includes your optimized magazine disconnect spring and your two optimized trigger return springs. Now, the trigger return spring has to do with the intensity of the influence of the trigger resistance in the take-up and in the reset. So you have your choice of a target trigger return spring or a tactical trigger return spring, and whichever one you perform with better is the right one for you. And if your model does include a drop safety, you have an optimized sear lever spring that is intended to reduce the negative influence of the sear lever spring on your trigger pull. When you go with the shooters version, we have added two more recoil springs. Now, these are single compact recoil springs that have functioned very well in the FM detective also. Our standard compact recoil spring and our extra power compact recoil spring, those are included. The extra power recoil spring can be particularly useful if you do encounter higher powered ammunition or plus P ammunition. We also include BH knowledge based material about some suggested usages for these different recoil springs. And finally, our ultimate optimizing spring system for the FM detective includes everything that is included in the shooters version. We also have added a 30-pound mainspring and a 26-pound mainspring. And we have added a second set of the OEM recoil spring inside a recoil spring, two recoil spring system for the FM detective, and all of that is included in the ultimate version. The ultimate version is really intended to give you maximum options to better your trigger pull and maximum options to employ what we call slide velocity synchronization. Slide velocity synchronization means that you've got just right slide velocity rearward to eject your empty shell casings far enough, but not to an extreme. And there's multiple benefits to slide velocity synchronization. Take a look in the BH knowledge base if you've not already, and it's a short read, but very much worth it to you FM detective owners. Thanks for joining us today. Take care.